my dear friends. Welcome to a new episode of The Mind Maverick by Rosalind Bosco. Today, I would like to speak to you about a very important topic. You can call it enlightenment. But since enlightenment seems to be too grandiose, we could also call it the awakening or the awareness of what all this is about, all our experiences on earth are about. Just let me give you an example, my dear friends. Supposing you have to take a, a very difficult level of examination, then you naturally expect that examination to be tough with a lot of challenging questions, and you really prepare for that examination, and so that you score on a better scale, or you do your best, you do full justice to the examination. So there are different levels of examination in life also. We have been misled to believe that this world is a place for enjoyment, which is very far from the truth. So there are some standard steps which human beings have to go through to reach this level of awakening or awareness, to progress to the next level, or union of God, or becoming one with the consciousness, whatever you prefer to call it. So just like a very difficult or challenging exams, life gives us a lot of challenges. And these challenges are different for each one of us. So the person who is frustrated, or who decides to escape his or her challenge, fails at the very first step. So rather than being heartbroken or frustrated at the set of challenges that life is presenting to you, just stay focused on how best to solve that particular situation, or exit from that situation with minimum damage to your soul or emotion or self. So the first wrong idea given to us is life is a bed of roses. I may sound cliched, but that life will always be happy. So we get ready to face all that is thrown towards us, that life throws towards us. And in this, the second step would be to follow a path of least resistance, which doesn't mean that you don't put in an effort and you stay still and do nothing. The path of least resistance means you don't fight against it and become angry and excited and emotional about this particular situation, which you are unable to solve by yourself. So this is called the path of least resistance, but you keep on putting in your effort and do what is needed. The third step would be now to realize that since all your efforts are like going and banging against a blank wall, surrendering everything to a higher power. So this would be the next step, the surrender to a higher power or a consciousness, and just keep on putting in the effort. So the putting the effort part will never stop. Uh, so just carry on with your responsibilities, but don't fight against it too much or get excited or emotional or do unnecessary things which might harm you. And when you surrender, it is when the magic starts, my dear friends. That is the first indicator that you are beginning to face your challenges successfully. So surrendering to a higher force, at the same time putting in your effort. And then you notice a set of synchronicities in your life that happen on their own without too much effort. Previously, where you've put in a lot of effort and met with failures, now in contrast, you see a lot of synchronicities that happen in your life without putting too much effort or getting too excited about it. So this is uh, the synchronicity that will make you understand that something magical is happening in your life. And the next step would be that you feel one with nature. You feel one with nature, and you have developed a special bonding with nature, and you feel a special love towards all of God's creations, and less judgmental towards people and less anger towards the people around you, and more of forgiveness sets in. You can really feel all this uh, as the next step after the synchronicities and bonding with nature happens. And the next step would be going within yourself. So, whereas previously you were thinking of changing the world, um, the irony is that you are supposed to go inside yourself and see what is happening within yourself. That is bringing about all this kind of magic in your life, and uh, go within and just look at any kind of healing that you might need, anything that you are projecting on others, any of the ancestral trauma that you are supposed to heal. For example, from my point of view, I would say that I was quite withdrawn, shy, not very outgoing, and just stay put kind of person. And this might change when I go into myself and look at myself, uh, and the different kinds of healing. It might be anger, it might be selfishness. So the different kinds of healings that you would need as a person, that has been passed on from generation to generation to make you, put you in a cocoon. So this kind of awareness should set in. And friends, I don't intend to say that any of these steps is going to be very easy. As I told you in the beginning of my speech, so this is something that it is like a test, it is like a challenge that you have to keep on working at. And it can take years, and it can almost take till the end of your life or my life. And now you notice a special bonding with God, the source, the light, consciousness, whatever you prefer to call it. You feel closer to this source of consciousness. And we keep on working and we keep on observing. So, friends, let me tell you that we need not go away to a forest or the mountainside and work on ourselves. Today, this world gives us a lot more challenges than it did 1,000 years earlier. So, when we face each lesson that life is throwing at us, just observe, go inside yourself and find out why this is happening to you and how you can address the situation in the most loving and unconditional, at the same time, expressing unconditional love for the other person who is involved in this exchange. Friends, if you're interested in knowing more about what I have to say, please read this book on Amazon, which is The Brimstone Fallacy. And another book which I have written is God Has Our Backs. You can find my books on Amazon.in and Amazon.com. So thank you for listening to me very patiently. Please subscribe to my channel, The Mind Maverick, Rosalind Bosco. Thank you.